Thank you guys for being here. What I want to do is we're going to do a quick demo of the breakout rooms. How many of you have ever been in a breakout room session before on Zoom? Okay. So most of you participated in one. How many of you have actually led one or created a breakout session? Nobody. Okay, good. You're in the right place then. That's what we're going to play with today. And what I'm going to do is show you how to, first we're going to show you what settings you have to enable. And then I'm actually going to be able to share my Zoom screen to show you what it's like to create a breakout groups with our group here. And then after that, I'm going to hand it over to Katie Slayton so that she can get you ready for the activity, because at that point, we're going to hand the reins over to you guys. Whoever wants to go first will get to be the host. And the reason for this is that only a host within a session is capable of creating breakout rooms. Co-hosts cannot. Co-hosts can jump from room to room at will, but they cannot create or manage those rooms in any way, shape, or form. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to let you guys be hosts individually and try a few things out yourselves. All right? And does anybody have any questions before we start that? Okay. So I believe through your client, there should be an option to see your advanced settings, and then you can also go to zoom.tamu.us to log in to see your advanced Zoom settings under our centrally authenticated system. And what you need to make sure is enabled is under the meeting advanced settings is make sure that you've got breakout rooms enabled here, turn it on. And then I like to have this clicked where it's allow the host to assign participants to breakout rooms when you're actually scheduling as well. So that kind of enables everything that you need to do for breakout sessions. So that's kind of step one for you. All right. Now, we're going to try again. Only this time we're going to try to share my screen with the breakout rooms. See if this works. Okay. Can you see the little white screen that says create breakout rooms? Yay, we have something. All right. So you've got two options when you first click on the breakout rooms button that will be on the bottom of your screen, which I have mine down here. So once your advanced settings have it enabled, you should have little 4 squares in your bottom right-hand corner. You click on that, and it's going to pop up, and it's going to say, take all the number of participants you have in the room and say, okay, how many rooms do you want to break out into? And for today, we're going to be looking at breaking out into 3. Now, you can do it automatically, which I recommend. This is a great way to randomize your sessions, and this is a great way to get students to meet different students and kind of mix them up, and you don't have to do a lot of thinking. Or you can select the option to actually click it and do manually, and you can sit there and place each person exactly where you want. We're going to click automatic for the sake of brevity. Feel free to play around with the manual. And we're going to hit create rooms. And once you hit create rooms, it's going to show you your different breakout rooms. And you can actually sit here and rename them. You could get rid of one, and it'll collapse them into a couple. You'll see the names of everybody. You can click move to and say, hey, I'm going to bump Catherine down to 3. Or I'm going to hit exchange, and I'm going to exchange apparently a whole, let's see, we're going to trade John with Mona. Ooh, that was cool. I haven't done that yet. But you can sit there and move people in and out. And this is important because for our activity today, we're going to ask you to move each of the 3 facilitators, me, Martha, and Katie, into separate rooms for your activity. So take note of that. You've also got an option menu here at the bottom. And one of the things that I like to enable, because if you don't enable this very top button right here, this says move all participants into breakout rooms automatically. So as soon as you hit this open all rooms button, if I click that, everybody would just be forced into their breakout rooms. I like to do that with students because if you don't, there's a pop-up window that comes up and they have to choose to go into the room. And doing some webinars this summer, we had an issue where if they were logged in via their browser instead of a Zoom downloaded application or client, they didn't get that pop-up message because they had a pop-up blocker on their actual browser settings. And so they could never get put into a breakout room, and I found that to be very problematic. But when you're dealing with most people, it's nice to give them the choice to hit the button to leave and go to the breakout room on their own. It's nice to keep this one, the second option, highlighted, because anytime a participant's having issue, they could come back to the main room where you as the host remain, to ask a question, get clarification, let you know if something's going on. So that's very handy. And then here is an important function to know is that you can actually set a time limit so that if you want to do a 5-minute activity, you can set it to 5 minutes exactly and then set it to where it does a countdown for about 60 seconds or whatever, or notify you when time is about up and things like that so the people in the breakout room know they're about to be kicked out, and it gives them that little 60-second countdown to end the activity. So this gives you a lot of great options to consider and enable, and you just pick and choose whichever ones you want. All right. And then if you realize, I don't want to do 3 rooms, I want to do 1 more, you can quickly add a new room. You can quickly move somebody to that new room. It's pretty flexible. It's fairly user-friendly. And then you've got the option to recreate all the rooms to where if you don't like what you did, you could start all over from scratch and it'll re-randomize everything. But if you want to try the manual function, you can do this. And you can hit the assign button and say, all right, Katie's going here. Martha's going here. I'm going to put Catherine here. So this is what it looks like if you did it manually, which for a large class would be very tedious. For a smaller class, you might want to do that. But if you have specific groups that you want for a reason, this is a great functionality to do. So that's the difference between the manual and the automatic. And that's about everything that you can do in here before you actually go into breakout rooms. So the other neat feature is that once you assign breakout rooms and you do one activity and everybody comes back to the main room, you can hit breakout rooms again and you can send them all back to the same breakout rooms so that for an entire class, you're sending them to the same groups and they're familiar with the same people. Or you can randomize every time so that it's mixing it up a little bit if you want that factor to be factored in.
Let's see if I got you all in there. And then I hit open all rooms.
Everybody should have a join button. Once we join, we'll be gone.
I didn't see the option for the 1 minute.
Uh-oh. Well, then you.
Hi, Martha.
I am okay. Okay, so there it is. That went smoothly. I'm just going to close the rooms now. Okay. So you can either just wait for the timer to go up or just go right back, right? All right.
I don't usually use facilitators, but a lot of people do. But if you don't need them, then it's a super quick, just randomize the group and send them on their way.